Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Beastman campaign for Mortal Empires. Now, after many challenges and many trials, we are finally reaching the end point of this campaign. Despite a couple of setbacks in my own personal life and everything else that's happened, we've managed to cut a swath through both Bretonnia, Laurelorn, and the Empire. In fact, you can see that the entire, pretty much, of the Empire is shared between the forces of Chaos and the forces of the Dead. Now, I can imagine in my headcanon that this war will continue in the future between Chaos and Mucilon, because Chaos is not going to allow the stagnant forces of the undead to rule over lands that could belong to us. So, I can imagine that happening, but that's going to be after our campaign comes to a finish. For now, though, we're going to go after the last remaining Imperial strongholds. We've got one in Brass Keep, the last remaining settlement of Hockland. We've got 3, I believe, for Reichland. We've got Norden, Data's Haven, and over here, Wrecker's Point. And if we have time, maybe we'll go for the Laurelorn Forest, just because it's Wood Elves. Why would we not go after them? Once we've finished with those, we've got one quest battle to do, the Fall of Man, which we are, of course, going to do with Slugtongue, as he is our faction leader. And then that will be the campaign over, a short campaign objective complete. So, without further ado, let's get going with today's episode. Now, Malagor is not likely to want to face all of these by himself, so I'm going to bring in reinforcements from Malagor. It is a little tempting to actually send him up towards Wrecker's Point, but Malagor is basically known as the Corruptor, if I remember right, and the Wood Elves really hate him because he's the antithesis of Ariel. Ariel brings life, he brings corruption and death. So I think it's quite fitting that he joins in the last remaining Wood Elf stronghold in the area. So, we'll use the Beast Paths to come over and join him. Malagor can finish sorting himself out. And then that's you guys done. Let's head over to Gore. Right. Unfortunately, there's nothing really over here that he needs to do. We've got a couple of places we can maybe upgrade. But he's actually pretty much all done with his objectives. Yeah, all we got left is places like Prague, Volksgrad, and these are all Chaos Ruins at this point. So I might as well get you to start jumping over in order to come and join us over with the other forces. So you can make your way over there. So Hattori has taken this. You're going to be making your way down as well. So you can jump over to there, my friends. Alright, Slugtongue cannot unfortunately reach the Brass Keep this turn. That's okay, we'll use the Beast... Oh, we can't use the Beast Pass to quite reach there. Wow, okay. Let's move you here then. Yugos, you do need some replenishment, so let's make sure we move you, say, about here. I think our turn's replenishment may give you enough. Let's just make sure... Okay, I might need 2 turns. What I'm thinking is that we send a large force, maybe 3 armies, to go after the Laurelorn Forest. We can send some others then along the north to go after the last Reichland settlements. Molokh can go after Brass Keep. And with that, then we'll fight the final battle. So, I think that's everybody. No, we actually got our 2 characters down south, haven't we? Here. So we remember last time we recruited Taurox to Brass Ball, and already he's proven himself to be a fairly good combatant by himself. And we also got Skarsnik nearby. Right. Okay, we'll go after him in just a minute. Let's upgrade these while I remember to do so. What do you have, Skarsnik? Now, Skarsnik is part of the prophesized War, so his army, as you can see, is not a typical Crooked Moon tribe. In fact, it's got a whole bunch of different units. We've got Orc Biggins, Nasty Skulkers, Boarboy Biggins. I have to admit though, surprisingly hasn't got more of a Savage Orc vibe, given that he's part of the prophesized War. But we're still going to have to kill him off, so we'll get onto that just now. Let's make sure... Who do we want leading this army? You're level 38. Taurox is only level 20. I think I'll get Taurox to lead the charge, and we'll have a Malagor come in as reinforcements. Although they are both currently replenishing, it could be an opportunity to try and lay an ambush. Yeah. Let's give it a go. I don't know what our chances are of hiding, but we are hidden already, so we might as well see what happens. Drenched in Blood, Titans of the Forest, Gorefest. It gives Gorefest for Minotaur units. Okay, we'll grab that. And we can start recruiting some units. We should have enough buildings more or less done. Let's spend some more cash to finally do the upgrades we need. So we'll grab this on the way. That can be upgraded. This will be upgraded. And how much do we have? Could do enough to maybe increase our unit caps for the Minotaurs a bit more. Can't afford the ones with great weapons, but we can do for one of these, or even go for some of these. You know what? Let's go for another Gorgon. He does provide bonuses for them, so we may as well. Although saying that, he did have the skill, didn't he? Never mind. Alright, how are you looking, Malagor? You seem all set? Okay, that should be everybody then. What we'll do then is just quickly go through our points. So let's have a look. You are all done, Anrak. Right, let's go then for Shadow Hide, just for missile resistance, and hit and turn finally. Okay, here comes Skarsnik. Skarsnik has fallen to an ambush. It's going to be a decisive victory for us. Between Malagor's army, Desarius the Brute Beast's garrison commander, and Taurox's force, I might as well just take the Ottomans over this point. Goodbye. And there we go, Skarsnik has been killed. We'll take advantage of the Bestial Rage just to boost it up a little bit. And yeah, Prophesized War has actually become far weaker now. If it wasn't for the fact that I was aiming just for a short-term victory, I think it could have been interesting to try and take things further. But on the other hand, thinking about it, we would have to go up against Ulfran, and that would have been difficult. Now, Kazrak, apparently he's somewhere around here. Okay. Let's have a quick look. I wanted to see if I can confederate with him. He only wants to go for these. Right, we can only do confederations then by getting him to join us using the dread points. In that case, sure, I will go for that, and you can give me some more money than that. Anything else you can give me? Join in my war against... Oh, no one around here. Tell you what, you can join in my war against the Maskers of Horek. Because why not? Okay, so we get news first of all that Aragan, the layabout, has assaulted the garrison at Talabheim. Probably just knocked over a few beer cans or something. Sorry, tankards of ale. Malagor's got bonuses now for defeating Skarsnik. It gets bonuses for ambushing. Excellent. And I feel that's it. Now let's just check you out. Alright, it's just you two. I'm not concerned. Right then, let's get going. So you, good sir, are pretty much going to be back up to full strength. I'm going to take advantage of the Beast Pass to jump over to there. You now can jump over to here. And good luck to any of these guys who tried to attack my army. Right, you've moved and you've moved. Do we do the declaration of war now? You know what? Sure. Let's see, we've got... Can we see what they've got? Great Stag Knights, Glade Riders. Okay, so a tiny army there. Akka, again, a little concerning because he's got a number of Great Stag Knights. And Sisters of the Fallen, so they've got a fair few units here. But I feel I can still take them on. The Sisters of Twilight have really gone into town on the Glade Guard. Wow. But no monstrous creatures, just pure elven forces. Okay, that could be workable. And then we've got the garrison here at the Laurelorn Forest. It's going to be quite powerful, but if we can take apart the other units one by one, that would be quite nice, although I'm trying to look to see. I think the sisters are going to be stationed inside the Laurelorn Forest, so we may have to be a little careful about this. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow Morgul to come up. I'm going to try and get you inside here as much as we can. Oh, can't go into hidden encampment because you're too close, I presume. Still can't go into hidden encampment. Okay, cancel that. Try it one more time. Okay. Let's try some quick, smart ambushing. So, we're going to go in first. We're going to try and take out this army here. Declaration of war. Okay. Got decisive victory ready because they've fallen for our ambush. Goodbye. That was easy. Let's go ahead and get a bit of extra bestial rage because we are running a little low at this point. Okay, good, good, good. This one's retreated. Oh wow, there's 3 armies. Oh my god. Okay, Phoenix has got a bunch of Ray Stalkers. Ooh. They will be a right pain. Okay, let's click through all of these. Let's have you... Excuse me, I want you to go after these guys. Can you not? Can he... For some reason, he's unable to come after any of these. It's like they're stuck in an area which is unable to be attacked. You know what? Fine. Yeah. Why... Oh, can I... Apparently, can I... Wait. Laurelorn Forest. So it's telling me that the only way I can actually try and do anything here is by going after the forest itself. Okay, massive defeats. It could offer me a period victory if I'm willing to fight the garrison inside. And Sisters of Twilight. But we will lose a number of my Chronogors in the process. What I'll do actually, let's encircle a moment. And if I use Morgul, let's see what we can do about helping out here. So, we have you come and attack. It's going to be a decisive victory, we'll take that. Kill the big bird. We'll devour the captives, just because why not? And then we'll have you chase after these. Okay, this time is a close victory. I'll still fight it and take the victory. Again, take some more replenishment. Right, Talisman of Preservation. Zealots, Ag Trees. So many bonuses, so many heroes killed. Right. Let's move you back over here. That way then you'll be able to reinforce with Morgul when needed, and we can always let him replenish in the meantime. So, Malagor is done. Gore is continuing to make his way over. What I think we'll have him do is start making his way up towards Norden. So we'll have you jump over towards here. You can jump over towards here. Let's get you just about there. Oh, right. Liv Skid from Mulder has already laid siege, it seems, to Norden. Or at least, yeah. Okay, we may not have to worry about them. We might just jump straight past. Isabella is nearby too. Wow. So many people in the area. Okay, you've already moved. You've moved. You've moved. You've moved. You've moved. Down here then. What counts as part of Galboraz, just for the sake of going after some settlements? Unfortunately, both of these are going to belong to, most likely, I would think, Clan Ashen. But I don't really know, in all honesty. Morkheim, though, would be a good target for us, as well as going after the Dragonhorn mines. We've got Grom the Punchback, as well as Azhag the Slaughterer. So, I'll tell you what, let's start making our way up to deal with these. So you can set up here for me. And go into hidden encampments. We'll grab Taurox and move him up too. Although Taurox is going to take the opportunity now to recruit a whole bunch of units for his army. So, I haven't been able to upgrade that yet, so that's unfortunate. Instead, let's have a look, Could go for Giants if we wanted, or Cygors, but I want him to get Gorgons. I think that's more fitting for his unit. We'll grab a unit of just standard Minotaurs, using up the last point of our unit cap for that. It's got Tuskors. Have we got Razorgors? No. Alright, we're probably going to have to get a few Gors. I'm going to go for the Great Weapons, just because that feels more fitting to me. We won't go for Ungol Raiders, because, you know, Khorne hates ranged units, typically. Well, there wasn't one of his demonic engines in the tabletop, like something that basically throws massive skulls at the enemy's troops. I can't remember. I'm sure it was something I read somewhere along the line, you know? In any case, I'll leave that for the moment, just because I do want him to get as many Minotaur units as we can get our hands on. So, that should be everybody. Let's quickly do our points. Malagor. Malagor. Let's go. Portents of Doom will give him the ability to cause terror. But I do want him to focus mainly on his magic, so with the Penumbral Pendulum, that's going to be a lot of damage. You guys know how much I love that spell. My thick skin for you, I think. Karak, let's give you Deadly Blades. Malagor. At this point, I really don't know what else to give you. We'll go for this for the Beastagore bonuses. Hopefully it applies. I still don't know if it applies to the Corngors, but I hope it does. Alright, you can get Specialist. Kaznor has got all of his magic and pretty much every skill down here now. We might as well go for this one next. Okay, Morgul. Ooh. Let's go for Uldur of Fury. Passive ability for the entire army. If the leadership is over 50%, they get 10% speed plus 5 melee attack. Cool, we'll take that. Then what else? Abstraction of Zeech. Chaos Spawn and Jabba's Life will get bonuses, and Centaurs do too. Upgrades the Aura of Madness ability and Horrible Regeneration. Ooh, that could be handy. Force of Change gives us more attrition from Despoiler. I think that's his own personal Raiden ability. +2 for Spirit Essence of Chaos. Not entirely sure what Spirit Essence is unless that's his own personal abilities. Or Profane Blessings. Grants powerful auxiliaries that can modify your units. That could be interesting. Profanity after profanity, Morgul bestows curses and blessings onto his horde. Those who live bring new misshapen limbs and damned powers to bear. Sure, we'll grab that and see what it does. So we got Blessing of Filth, giving horrible regeneration and physical resistance, but does reduce their speed significantly. Okay. So let's give you... How many more spells do you need? Mantle of Gorok. We can go for that. No, better yet. Let's go Earthin and Mantle of Gorok. Kagar, let's give you... Melee-limbed Fiend. And I'm going to give you a Chariot. Scar. What's in your army at the moment? We do have a couple of Minotaur units, so we could provide some bonuses for them for a change. Unrelenting Warherd gives +15 melee attack, that could work too. But Causing Terror, we'll grab that. And we'll go for armor piercing damage. Akbar. Instrument of Chaos, Breakneck Charioteers. It's got mainly creatures and stuff like that. Alpha Beast for Harpies. Forerunner. That could work, we'll grab that. Because you do have a couple of Beastagore units, so having that ability will be useful. And then we'll go for Melee-limbed Fiend for you. And finally, we can hit the end turn. Ooh, here comes Azag, who has fallen for an ambush. But wow, it actually predicts a Pyrrhic victory. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got a few interesting units, loads of ball boys. You know what? Sure. Goodbye, Azag. Right. For this, we'll take the extra Bestial Rage. Ooh, we're close enough now to actually do the ritual at Galbaraz. So, once we realise what's going on, Grimgor's up there. Ooh. A fight between Grimgor and Taurox could be interesting. Ooh, this is interesting. So the Sisters of Twilight to come out to attack us. They're using lightning reinforcements, so we can't use Morgul's reinforcements. But they can't use the garrison from the army as well. So this is going to be between Malagor and the Sisters. Now we do have a couple of units that have taken a bit of damage. But the game does predict a Pyrrhic victory for us with a medium casualty rate. We'll lose our Minotaurs and the smaller unit of Corngors. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and see if we can do better than that. So, see you guys down there. So here we are, guys, outside the settlement of Laurelorn, as the army led by the Sisters of Twilight come to attack the followers of the Doomslayer himself, Malagor. Now, if I actually bring back the map a minute, just so we have a bit more of a tactical view, When I saw the map doing the loading screen, my initial thought was maybe to try and take advantage of this, because we got some impassable terrain right here and here. So if we were actually a Wood Elf faction, this would be a very good defensive side for us to have, especially as we are the defenders in this battle and the Wood Elves are coming towards us. But if you remember, the army that the Sisters of Twilight are leading have about, I think it was 9 or 10 Glade Guard units, and the last thing I want is my troops to get shot to death by their arrows. So what I've done is, if I allow the game to continue at normal speed, because we're going to have a little while until they actually get into combat with us, what I ended up doing is putting the vast majority of my force, so all the Corngors, my heroes, the Giants, the Ungors and so on, into the trees right over here. I didn't want to go any closer because what my goal was to let the Wood Elves come to me. If we're in here, they can't spot us. And once they get inside the forest, they won't be able to spot us until we are very close to them and we can go after them and attack them ourselves. Now while that's going on, I am trying to weaken them as much as I can. You can see over here, for example, I've got the Vile Entropy army ability going, reducing the enemy's range and depleting their ammunition more importantly. Now, thanks to how long it takes for them to get into combat, I think I had about 3 chances to use this in total. So this is the first one, we managed to get a couple of units. The second one's going to be able to do a lot more. And the third time was just as they reached the tree line, so a lot of these disappeared as they were become hidden by the forest. And so I ended up having to guess, oh, the Sisters of Twilight will probably be around them on their big forest dragon. So I cast it on them, and I think I did catch a couple in these abilities' effects. Now, the army is making their way towards me. You can see loads and loads of Glade Guard. We've also got War Dancers and all sorts of units. We've also got, I think, back here somewhere, Wildwood Rangers. Here they are. You can see them right here. Wow, these guys are certainly eager to get to grips with us, aren't they? The War Dancers. Look at that. And then, of course, we got the Sisters themselves on their dragon. The dragon's got a name, but I can't remember what the dragon's name is off the top of my head. But I do like the Sisters thing. I think it's really cool, the way they've managed to get both characters on the body at the same time. And it looks like they fit in pretty nicely, you know? Anyway. As you can see on the minimap though, my main force is in the center, but I do have troops flanking. So on this side I got my 2 units of Minotaurs with great weapons. Over on the other side, near the edge of the forest, we've got my Sons of Goros, my Centaurs with great weapons, and a unit of Minotaurs. And right back here we've got the Grog Hooves of Wolfsworn, Centaurs with throwing axes. Now their job was to wait for the enemy to get closer to us so they can sweep round, attack the flanks, or in the case of the Centaur unit, to try and go after those Glade Guards, stop them from shooting at us. But we've got a little while now before they actually get close enough for combat to start, so I'll cut to the action, which will be up shortly. So, a couple of minutes later, we're now in a position to start the charge. Now, while the battle was actually fighting initially, I had no idea these guys were where they were. I had a rough guess. So what I did, instead of actually clicking and telling units to charge at enemies, I just got them running in a straight line and started activating Malagor's abilities. So among his magical items, not only does he have abilities such as if I hover over him a minute, you can see there. Apocalyptic Vision is giving all my troops nearby 24 melee attack. The Horn of the First Beast is giving them an extra 24 melee attack and 20% charge bonus. So looking at some of my troops, a Corngor unit here has got a melee attack of 120 on the charge. That was just madness, and there was no way any of these guys were going to have a chance against me. Now, to help things up a little bit, I did activate a, the Pit of Shades? No, the Purple Sun of Xerius, sorry. And I did originally try to get it to come this way. Unfortunately, it backtracked a little bit, but it still worked out nonetheless. We did some damage to the enemy. They did try to stop Jindari, I notice now, from charging in. I didn't see that happen originally, but I believe he's actually got into combat anyway, so it's not like it's done anything to stop him. But, yeah, no matter. Ah, here we are. The Purple Sun's now cutting away through some of the Glade Guard. That's good news. But at this point then, the charge comes in. All my Corngors are just going to town on the enemy units. You can see the Sisters have landed, and Malagor is getting straight into the action. Now I wanted to check one thing out quickly, just because he has got a bunch of abilities activated. Not only does he have the Horn of the First Beast, I should say, but he's also got that Barbed Knuckle Boxing for 25% bonus to weapon damage, and the Deadly Onslaught as well. So he's attacking, as you can see on the bar there, with 1,155 weapon strength. That, I had no idea at the time that was exactly what he was doing. Hang on a sec. Let me move away so I can actually... There, right. I wanted to see how much of it was done. 875 armor-piercing damage. No wonder their health was just dropping so dramatically, and that would explain why they were trying to do a runner. I mean, they tried flying off initially, which is why I couldn't chase him down with Malagor. You can see him, he's running after them. Wow, that's so fast. But the fight is going on nonetheless, right? And what I started doing at this point, in order to secure the win, is not only do I have the Giants and that coming in, but you can see I first of all casted an area of effect version of the Aspect of the Dread Knight, causing my troops to cause terror. What I did as well then, as you can see from the magical effect, is reduce the enemy's leadership by -16. So between the terror-causing abilities of all my Khorngors, and the reduced morale and everything else they're dealing with, their leadership soon plummets very, very fast. Now, while this is all going on, by the way, you can see a lot of their Gladeguard are trying to retreat back. We do have, well, the Sisters of Twilight finally coming down to try and deal with my Minotaurs, but I eventually realised they had landed and I'll send Malagor after them soon. But we do have the Sons of Goros over here. We've got the Grog Hooves chasing down units. The smaller of my Khorngor units, rather than get involved in the battle, I asked him to outflank them so he can start chasing down all of these Gladeguard units. And over on this side, as you can see, we've got my 2 units of Minotaurs, who are also running straight at them. Now, because of all the spellcasting over here in the centre, if I start the game back up, you can see already, units are just starting to waver and retreat very, very quickly. So we've broken the Wood Elves at this point, and victory is within our grasp. We just need to chase down as much of their Gladeguard as we can. If I punch over to the fight over here, you can see Malagor is still going to town against the Sisters. They are... oh no, the Minotaurs actually are. Where's Malagor? Oh, there he is. Right, my bad. So yeah, originally it was the Minotaurs were still fighting them from when the Sisters tried to get involved. But yeah, the Sisters don't stick around too much after the amount of damage they suffered. And with their retreat, you can see very quickly the numbers diminish. Of one more unit, no more units, and before you know it, the enemy is shattered. Now I'm going to spend the next about 5 minutes chasing down as many of the remaining enemies as we can, so we have an easier fight when it comes to attacking Laurelorn. Now, a couple of units do escape, mainly I think these ones over here, because I focused as most of my faster units to go after all these other units running away here. So I think, yeah, in fact, no, some of these ones escape. But everybody else dies, and it's going to be very, very easy for us once we go after their settlement. But with the battle now won, let's go back to the campaign map. So there we have it, a decisive victory, and I must say, that went really well. Despite the fact that the Sisters of Twilight were leading the Wood Elves, an army famed for their ability to ambush, we really turned the tables on them, didn't we? But, as you can see, they have only got a few people left, 180 left out of that original force. So, with the survivors, I'm going to go and take the replenishment. And hopefully, between Malagor now and Morgul, we'll be in a good position now to actually take and destroy the Laurelorn Forest. We'll find out though when it gets back to my turn. Which, actually, wasn't that long after I said that. Anyway, so... we're here now with the Children of Talakwa doing a Rite of Awakening to get a Slan Mage Priest, some raiding, which I don't care about. That was slightly annoying. We lost one of our heroes because of a wounding attempt. Luckily, he's only wounded, not actually assassinated. Oh, damn, hiccups. Kicking in now. Excuse me. Right, anyway. Azag the Slaughterer, by defeating Azag, we now got 30% magic resistance. That's kinda good. Missile strength is worthless for Malagor, but having him with the ability to replenish his health much more quickly, I think that could work out quite nicely. Trickster Shard, Tormentor Sword, got so many stuff popping up then. But we're now in a position to try and attack the forest, so let's move you up slightly, just to make sure you're within reinforcement range. And if we now lead the assault with Malagor, decisive victory, we won't lose any units, will we, from this? Nah. Goodbye. There we go. 320 lost, but we must wipe out the entire enemy garrison. 51,000. Now, don't get me wrong, we don't need the money, so I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for this one for the extra replenishment. So, we'll go for this. After Laurelorn has now been destroyed. Brave Shaman's familiar, so on and so on. And with that now, these guys have an opportunity to replenish their numbers a bit, but also to try and go after the two Reichland settlements over here, Wrecker's Point and Data's Haven. So, let's get you over towards here, Malagor, so you get a chance to replenish your numbers a little bit. You have taken a bit of a bad swing over the past couple of turns. Your regeneration could be better, though, in my opinion. You there, Malagor, are doing extremely well. You'll be back up to full strength before you know it. In that case, I'm quite happy just to let you continue. How long is it going to take you to get towards here? 2 turns? Okay. What I might do is actually merge the two armies. Sorry, merge these two. Or I might just allow them to replenish. We'll get a full turn replenishment, I think, in... Oh, better yet, better yet. I forgot a way to move you over. No, I haven't. Okay. It's because we were in friendly territory here in Middenheim that we had such a good replenishment rate. But I think we'll get enough by the time we get over here. And these are only minor settlements, so the garrison should be pretty easy pickings for us. But, that's you guys now done. You can jump over towards Wolvenberg, just because why not? So Hattori... Okay, Mulder's taken Norden. That's fine by me. We've still got over here to deal with, so if I use the Beast Pass... So Shimmer can't quite reach over towards here. But we'll bring you around this way instead, in order to try and help reinforce Molokh over here. Goros is no longer needed, so if I actually move you up towards here, I'm hoping he'll be close enough to be able to reinforce. Let's just need to get him in the right point. And then for you then, Molokh, let's just go in. If we go for Brass Keep straight away, we'll have our two armies being able to attack. And we should maybe be able to wipe all of these out in one go. Yeah, decisive victory. We won't take any losses from... Oh, we'll take 1 unit's loss. I think I can sacrifice a Goreherd to take all of those out. So, there we go, nice and easy. I suppose I could have actually done the Lightning Strike, took Brass Keep, and just go after those surviving armies afterwards. But it's okay, we'll go and do this instead. Now that should be Hockland pretty much destroyed. Yeah, it is. Enemy killed, killed. Right. So, all we got left to do now is Data's Haven and Wrecker's Point. So, let's just quickly go through everybody else. I might as well just make sure you're back up to full strength, because I am going to be using him to fight the final battle, which, from the looks of it, it's going to be happening now in the next episode. But we'll get to that shortly. Yeah, you're going to continue replenishing. Is there anything else you need building-wise? Not really. Okay, and then down here. So we do have quite a few Orc armies heading towards us. I'm going to take the opportunity then to rest up. We'll take hidden encampments for both of them, and we'll take the opportunity now to upgrade you completely. Not that we really need to at this point, but I think it's just the principle of things. So we'll grab that for you, grab that, we'll grab that as well. And then from here now, we should be able to go to town and just get our hands on a whole bunch of different units. So definitely want to get my hands on as many Minotaurs as we can afford. Unfortunately, we're going to have to spend some of our dread to increase the camp a bit, as well as for the Razorgore chariots. I think that could be a nice little addition to the army. Grab those two as well. Oh no, actually, we can only afford 1 more, and I'd rather go for more Minotaurs. So, let's increase our camp. I'm going to go for more Minotaurs with great weapons, because I feel that's more fitting for Taurox's army. Right, in that case, where are you? Where are you? Oh, that's the wrong one. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Minotaurs are great weapons. Okie doke. Alright, I will take some Tuskers then. I might as well increase the cap for those. Okay, like that. Oh, Christ, we got so much recruitment capacity. We're way to just easily build up a whole force. So we'll grab 2 of those. Grab a bunch of these. We've got 1 hero that needs to join us again, so I'll get rid of one of these. Because I got 1 more hero, and I want to try and get my hands on a giant and a gorgon, using our 5 wear points we have available to us. So we'll leave that for the moment. And let those guys rest up. Malagor in the meantime. Ooh, I don't know what to go for with him. Corruption, Gathering of Beasts, Foul Premonitions. I don't think that's quite fitting for a Doom Ball. But I think we'll just go Uncanny Senses. I think fighting Wood Elves... Oh, he's got 2 points. I think fighting Wood Elves in their forest, which has the ability to distract and send you in different paths. Having that ability to know where you're going is just really, really useful, and I think it's quite fitting for his character. So, we'll grab that, and then for you, this one can have Shadow Hides. Anrak, let's give you... Did you finish all of these? You did. Okay, we'll go for a natural first in order to increase your health. Morgor. Alright, we'll continue along this path for the moment, so I'm going to go for Abstraction of Zeech, just to see how that works. Could do with a Jabberlife in the army then, but we've been using them instead for these. Can we recruit one? I don't know if we can yet. Or did we use up all our... No, we don't have enough special wear points. That's because we have the Gorgon, right. What I might do... Get rid of the Gorgon, and just for argument's sake... Where is a Jabberlife? Jabberlife. There we are. I'll make a better addition to the army, I think. Right. More points to spend. Scar. Let's go and give you a Gnarled Hide for the extra bonuses to your armor. Akbar can get himself a Razorgore Chariot at this point. Malagor. Ooh, what do I want to go for you? Go for Greater Arcane Conduit. Really giving us the ability to get those Winds of Magic going. Gore? Ooh. Let's go for Aspect of the Dread Knights. No, we'll finish off Fate of Buna. As you may have saw in that Wood Elf battle we fought, having the combination of Doomblight and the Aspect of the Dread Knight can really prove effective in reducing the enemy's chances of fighting you in combat. Anwar, what did you have in your army mainly? Just standard Gores and the like. We do need to give you some more heroes, because your heroes keep getting wounded. We'll come back to those, I guess. In that case, let's just go for Alpha Beast. I think having him in Malagor's army to provide these with terror could be quite useful. Let's see, Taurox, Demonic Vigor. Cooldown is 25% to Blood Beast Brass Body. Sure, we'll grab Demonic Vigor. Epuzab, let's give you Pit of Shades, I think. And finally, we managed to get to the end turn. Oh, here comes Grimgor. Grimgor is falling for an ambush. It's an auto-resolve chance of, well, basically giving us complete victory. Go for it. And in Ironhide has been badly battered by the Dark Omen. The Chosen of Gork and Mork. Beaten down by a wizard. How sad for him, eh? Right, I was going to actually end the episode here, but what I've decided to do instead is get it so next episode we'll be able to fight the final battle. The, what was it? If I click on it here a minute. Fall of Man. By doing that then, we'll bring the campaign to an end next episode on a nice round episode number, episode 30. Now, doing the intern itself, we'll come back to all of those shortly once we pop all of this. During the intern phase, though, there was an opportunity that could have happened and been quite a nice way of doing things for us. Unfortunately, Musilan interfered. So, if I pop up to here, the first thing you may notice is that Data's Haven now belongs to Musilan. Unfortunate, but one of those things. But what happened over here was there was a vampire on a zombie dragon here from Musilan. and a force came out from the fog of war of all the remaining units that the forces of Reichland had. They had Espeth von Draken. I was going to say Isabella, because you can see her up there. They had Espeth von Draken leading a few units, they had Karl Franz leading a few units, they had another commander, I didn't see whose the title was, but they managed to pretty much wipe out a Vampire Count army with a few survivors, and he retreated back here. And the next minute, one of the Ghoul Kings, I don't know if was it this one? Yeah, this one here in fact, came in, and you can see they had taken a bit of damage, right? It basically came in and wiped them all out completely, so, well, there's so much for me doing that myself. Although we will get an opportunity to do that in the final battle, because I think Karl Franz leads the army. But in the meantime, I would like to try and get over to Wrecker's Point and take it for myself. We do have an opportunity, though, for something. Tell you what, let me use this quickly. We'll jump over towards here, and we'll be able to go after Wrecker's Point with Malagor. Malagor is in dire need of some replenishment, so I'm just going to let you come over here and rest up for me. And then I want to make sure we destroy that at the very least. You still need to replenish... Oops. Why can't you encamp? Oh, it's because we got Fegan's infantry right here. Okay. Let's move you up a little closer towards here. There, that's better. And we'll do the same with you, because now you're in a position to have a full stack under your command. Alright, you can rest up here as well. And there's a nice little blockade to stop these guys from trying to push through as well. But for now... I keep forgetting to check the bottom and not top of me, not the bottom. Let's go for a Gorgon. I used the last 2 points, although technically we have another 2. Right, we're onto the Giant, so we'll grab that as well. And we've got one hero that's supposed to be joining us. It was one that got wounded previously. So, that's fine by me. So, you guys have all moved. Gore has not got really much left for him. He's just sort of standing around at this point. I suppose for convenience sake, we'll put him down in here, Gig. Might actually be able to search the ruins. Get a little bit of a gift or something. I haven't done this for a while anyway. Search the ruins. Right, which one is by itself? Well, that one's together, that one's together, that's together, that one isn't. So, click that. We picked up a gold sigil sword. It's a pretty crappy weapon, but I suppose it's better than nothing, isn't it? Right. Anything else that needs to be done? Not really. My main priority is just destroying Wrecker's Point, and I want to be the one finishing off Reichland, not Mucilon. So, we'll get over there shortly. Let me just double check. Alright, that is everyone. Okay, let's just do our rituals and anywhere that needs to be upgraded. So I know Karag Razag needs to be done, but I just want to see if there's anything that needs to be upgraded along the way. So here, for example, can do. So yeah, we'll give you that. That should now stop any colonization happening all the way around here. Although Nashrak's lair has unfortunately been taken by somebody, it seems. Well, that's annoying, but that's okay. Doesn't mean anything to me, really. Silver Road, Valdenhof can get upgrades. Just because I want them upgraded. No other reason, really. Because I've got so much favour, I don't know what to do with it. Okay, I think that's everything. So let's quickly do some our last remaining points. So Desarius can get Specialist. Alright, oh, you can get 2 points in Specialist now. Gore can get finally now Aspect of the Dread Knights. Taurox, let's give you... what's Herd Lord? +5 melee defense. You know what? Sure, I'll take that for you next. We'll grab Titans of the Deep Forest just for the bonuses for our Giant and Gorgon that we're going to be getting our hands on. You can have Pits of Shades. Oh, so Hattori hasn't moved. Well, so Hattori, I've got nothing really to think about, so, yeah. I'm just going to skip past you and end turn. Well, Grom the Poulch has come to attack us. As you can see, not going to be too good for him. I was curious though. Savage Giants with War Paint. Oh, that's a cool addition. I don't know if this is in a vanilla game or if it's from a mod, But I think that's really cool, the fact that they've got savage giants, because it makes sense. I mean, they're just as, how can I put it? Barbaric and savage as a savage orcs, and the fact that they can have war paint as well for the ward save, that's quite cool. It gives them physical resistance, which is cool, good, but it's still not going to be enough for Grom. Goodbye. Between my two commanders, there's just no way the orcs have got much of a chance against me. We'll take the Bestial Rage. Gorfang Rotguts is coming in then as well. He's brave. Again, failed to spot an ambush, this time by Taurox. Wow. So Gorfang Rotguts, if I remember correctly, he is... Oh, Zog off. I'm trying to remember, I think he is definitely a modded character. But I don't know where from. I think he's from oh god, what's the mod I had? I can't remember. It's in the mod collection. But yeah, he's definitely a custom lord. But anyway, again, Order Resolve. Kill him off, Taurox. Slash him down. There we go. Okie doke. Let's finish off them once and for all. Gorbel, where are you? I know you were supposed to be with someone's army. I think he was going to be with Taurox. Okay, let's kick... Armor piercing damage plus 30 for Taurox. That's a very good choice. Alright, let's stick you back in Taurox's army. If we click on you, you can come join. Right. Fortunately, you're not going to be able to do much movement because he's now moved, I believe. Yeah, can't do much about that. No matter, you can make your way towards that eventually. Malagor can start making his way towards Morgheim, just because why not? Oh god, wow. Morglan Backstab, Razag the Great Green Prophet, Grak Beastbasher. Now this is a custom lord as well. Again, it's in the mod pack. I'm trying to remember which mod the mod's called. But he was basically the leader of the Blue Vipers over in Lustria. So those have obviously been wiped out, and he's joined the prophesized Great War. Sorry, the prophesized war instead. Interesting. Well, that's not any hassle for us anyway, though. So, you're going to move up there, you're staying here, you're staying there, Gorse there. What I would like to do, just to say that we've achieved it, is if we come to here, we're going to confederate with Kazrak. I feel at this point, we can now safely say we've got every single legendary lord under our control. Now, unfortunately, he did have an army right here, and I was hoping we would have the opportunity to confederate with it as well. Obviously not. But we will have the honours of finally taking out the Empire of Man, Reichland itself, the last remaining stronghold. And, yeah, goodbye. It's a shame that Calfans didn't lead it, but he will be leading it in the Fall of Man battle. So good attacker, the Graveyard Rose, extra research, Iron Curse, done. Right. Did we not... Wait. Did we not get the notification? Wait a sec. Children, Dowry, Empire of Man. Wait, really? They got a tiny army all the way down here. And because of that... Oh, God's sake. Well, on the plus side, I think he was somewhere... Ah, here he is. This is the last remaining army. He's going to have no choice. He's going to have to start fighting one of the... excuse me. He's going to have to attack a settlement. If he goes up against Musiland with that force, he's not going to have any chance. If he tries to go up against us in one of our garrisons of Wutbad or Altdorf, or even up at Talabheim, he's got no chance. Just to help things out a little bit, I'm going to be sending you off. Because I don't want to have him running around and taking away my victory. We've worked hard to get to this point where we've wiped out every single human faction up in the Empire. And I'll be damned if one of them thinks they're going to get away from me now. Right, let's grab these quickly. And... yeah. Especially when you take into account that we need to destroy Reichland in order to achieve the victory, right? So it makes complete sense to me that... Oh, actually. Yeah, we do need... Oh, hang on. Where is Kazbek? So, Toy, Gors... I'm sure he was still on the map somewhere. Oh, he's not. We have to recruit him. Okay, fair enough. What was I going to say? Yeah, we still need to actually destroy Weichland completely. And if we pop on here, you can see the Imperial forces of Altdorf are still standing. And have one small army. So, I think what I'm going to do is if they don't destroy themselves this end turn phase, I will chase them down and be in a position to finish them off next episode. And then we can finish things off and then once and for all with the campaign by going for the Fall of Man quest battle. So, let's just see what happens. Okay, then, the Dark Moon. Now, what I'm after is anything that provides combat bonuses, given what we're going to be fighting in the next episode. Beastly Inclination, plus 10 weapon strength and plus 5 melee attack? I'll take that. Now, a bit of bad news. During the end turn phase, the last remaining army got destroyed. And unfortunately, I have no idea how that happened. Right, all I know is that the Fog of War appeared because the... what's it called? The buildings we have. This one here, the Dreadful Shamanic Rituals, which provides line of sight all over the regions, only works during our turn. During the end turn phase, it's just Fog of War still. So I didn't see what happened, but unfortunately the Empire Man has now been obliterated. So, a bit of a disappointment because I wanted to finish them off completely, but next episode now, we can go for the final battle, the Fall of Man. We complete this, and that will be the campaign over. Just to show it off, that's the long one, the short one. We've completed this, all the factions have been destroyed, and that's all we got left, is to fight the battle. So guys, thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and you do join me next time for the final episode of our Beastmen campaign. But until then everybody, take care, and goodbye for now.